Hi, I'm Linda Pop. I'm a narrative found object assemblage artist. This is one of my most recent works. It's titled We Should Believe in Each Other's Dreams from my Relationship with Love series. I made a little time-lapse video, which you'll see in a minute, but first I thought I might answer a couple of questions that I always get asked. The most common one is, whoa, where do you get your stuff? And my honest answer is pretty much everywhere. I do enjoy going to a good flea market or an antique store, especially when I'm stuck. It's like, for me, going to an art supply store or a different landscape to be inspired by materials or new images. I've been doing this for quite a while, so I do have a pretty extensive collection of tchotchkes, but now my work is on my website and with social media. Sometimes I'll have someone contact me and say, whoa, Linda, I just cleaned out my aunt's basement and there's some stuff that nobody else wants and I thought of you. I take that in a positive way. Or now with the pandemic, everybody's purging their drawers and their closets, and I'll get a package in the mail or find a box on the front porch, and it's a wonderful surprise of treasures. I like that something from their story can be used in my narrative and hopefully cause someone else to reflect on their story. I think they like that too. Another question is, where do you get all your ideas? And again, my honest answer is pretty much from everywhere. They are personal narratives, so the story always begins with me, my story, my experiences, hopes and fears, dreams and concerns. But when I'm working, they often go beyond me and become much more universal and include all of us. For this piece, I have a box of objects from different cultures, and I had been thinking I should use those in something. And then a friend gave me these lovely little Asian slippers for my birthday, and I was like, yes, I need to use those in a sculpture. And then I don't know if it was from a song or from a poem, but the line, we should believe in each other's dreams, jumped out at me. Immediately, I knew that it was my working title, and it would guide my intention for this piece. I feel our country is very divided, and it breaks my heart. And I felt that I could use all these beautiful objects from different cultures and that they could come together to create something new that's unified and interesting and exciting, just like us. I don't recall where I got this box from or what it could be used for with all these little shapes and these little compartments. But I started playing with my objects in these spaces and layering papers and fabrics. I have a friend that calls it hard fun, and I agree. It's always challenging, but I truly love it. I never know what the end product is going to look like. I've learned to trust my process and give myself time to allow objects and ideas to come to me when I'm working. Sometimes my waking thought is, oh, what about those broken earrings in the bottom of your jewelry box? And I think, wow, was I dreaming about my sculpture, or was I planning my work while I was sleeping? And that's when I feel like I'm really in the zone and I'm really connected to what I'm doing. So I continue to work until the story is complete and it's meaningful. The composition is unified and interesting. the sculpture is structurally sound, and then I put it out there for you, hopefully to learn from my story, to appreciate it, and maybe even to influence or inspire your story. So I hope you enjoy my little video, and stay safe and believe in each other's dreams, and ciao for now. This is the beginning of a new piece. It's titled Believe in Each Other's Dreams. I'm attracted to this box because of all the containers, the little compartments, which can house different ideas and people and cultures. As usual, I've painted the inside of the box. I'm not trying to hide the fact that it's a box. In fact, like Louise Nevelson, I feel that I'm giving these cast-offs a new life, a second life. So next I'll be attaching papers and fabrics. I also have put a hanging device on the back because I don't want to worry about that once I have my objects in place. So now I start playing. So I've attached this beautiful print and this print that a dear friend gave me many years ago, and this piece of fabric that a student gave me from her native country. I used Mod Podge to adhere those to the surface, and the other things I'm just sort of playing with at this point. Another friend gave me these beautiful little slippers, which I think started this whole piece in my brain, and they'll be on the top, and maybe with these tassels hanging from the toes. So I'm going to have a lot of playing to do on this. I'm very excited. I'm just playing with arranging a lot of different objects, but I know that these two pieces here are going to be definites, so I'm going to go ahead and Mod Podge them. The one is a picture of my daughter's footprint, and she's from Chile, so I'm using her foot to represent her and her culture. And the other picture is my nephew's wife's hands from their wedding, that she had henna tattoos on her hands, since that's part of her culture. She's part Eastern Indian. So I'm again using her to represent her culture and also parts of my family. So those are definites. And I have another piece of fabric from a student who is from Haiti, and that's a definite. So I can go ahead and attach these. The rest I'm just playing with. I haven't made decisions, which is fine. I like taking time. Don't have to rush. And while I'm making decisions, other ideas come to me, so it's all part of the process. I just discovered this card from my Uncle Stanley, and I like the image on it, since it does represent all different cultures. And I know it's covering up one of my figures in the background, but I've decided that this piece needed to go there, so that's what happens once I start layering. I'm using Mod Podge to seal it in place. It's from 1944, holy mackerel. Okay, I've used Mod Podge to add this gold braid around my family pictures. I also added a little Tibetan flag on that box. And now I'm going to use E6000 glue to adhere this little Malagra in that space, and this little metal on here. All right, and that's my progress so far. These are not attached yet because I have to check on the direction of these letters. So that's it for the moment. So I've been adding some more papers for the background layer. I've got a Polish missile, some Spanish playing cards, Russian money, and images from a postcard I got in Italy of an African tribe, an antique postcard. So, layer 1, I added a few more things that I was definite about. I had to turn the piece upright so they could glue overnight. So this is where I am right now. Like my progress. Before I got too far along, I needed to drill this hole in order to hang my bird, and that way I could hide the knot underneath the shoe that's going to go on top. Progress is being made. I've been making some progress attaching things that are definites. This was kind of fun, and I think it worked. This was a necklace that I got from a friend who was on a mission in Africa, and actually I super glued this piece so I could cut it in half, and now I've glued it here, and I'm thinking the other half is going to go here. We'll see how that works. So I'm making progress slowly but surely. I'm slowly adding a few more pieces, as you can see. What I hope to do in the very near future is take some pieces that I removed from this dream catcher and hang them from the points of the shoes. That's been my plan. And as you can see, I had to remove some things in order to attach the dream catcher. I've added some people laying face down on the surface to represent the protest for Black Lives Matter. So I'm making progress. I've added a few things again. I continue to, I should say. Sometimes you have to put the piece in a different direction so you can attach things. So right now it's drying. I've added these two figures to represent old people and the Statue of Liberty. I attached this dream catcher, had to take these pieces off because I wanted it to actually hang. Had to shorten the string on the bird to accommodate that old couple, which they've been sitting on my table this whole time, and I never thought of them for this sculpture. And then it dawned on me, yes, old people still have dreams. So yeah, I've learned to trust the process and be open to objects coming to me along the way and making room for them. So I'm excited about that addition. You can see I've added the figures along the bottom. It's coming along. I've added a few more layers to represent different ideas. This necklace, I've glued the beads before gluing it down because I have to trim it. It needs a little more work to make sure that it's stable. I'm very excited that this seemed to work out well. I took a piece from the dream catcher and added it to these little Asian slippers that were given to me as a gift. And these are going to go here with the dream catcher hanging off the toe. So it's nice when you have an idea and it works out. I've glued the little slippers in place with a little painter's tape so they don't slide. We'll have to see if the glue is going to be enough or if I need to nail them in place. And I want to keep it flush to the front because the plan is that this flute is going to go along that edge. So that'll be the next step. I just added these 4, I think they were drawer pools. I like the blue. And I added the flute permanently, but I can see I need to do a little repair here. I think when it's standing up in the right direction, it'll be okay, but we'll see. Progress so far. Getting close. I'm excited about it.